What is it in you and me that so deeply desires justice and fairness? Consider how we think of figures like Hitler or Mother Teresa. Both of them, we claim, had what was coming to them. Because of ambitions set and actions taken, Hitler now lives in infamy, an example of sheer evil, whereas Mother Teresa now lives in grace, serving as a role model of light for us all. Part of this desire for equity stems, I think at least, from our intuitive belief in the laws of karma. Humans seem pre-programmed to believe that bad things happen with bad intentions and that good things happen with good intentions. Somehow, though, we tend to overlook this fact within ourselves. It isn't uncommon to believe that our thoughts and deeds lie outside of the karmic continuum, whereas everyone else's does. Consider the malignant concept of revenge. Payback. Let's suppose that your partner cheats on you with your best friend. The situation causes you to feel a lot. Anger, grief, pain, the whole spectrum of uncomfortable emotions. The situation causes you to think a lot too. How could they? Fuck them. I hope they burn in hell. What's happening here, and indeed in any action we deem unacceptable, is that we assuage ourselves by imagining all of the bad things headed their way. What comes around goes around, we tell ourselves. But do you see the irony here? By wishing someone ill, aka by having bad intentions yourself, you ultimately draw bad things to you. Any wishing of another's downfall ultimately circles back to cause our own downfall. It perpetuates the cycle. Seen in this light, revenge really is like fighting fire with fire. By playing with your own hatred, you end up getting burned too. And yet, we feel so damn justified in our being wrong. The ego loves to be slandered just so that it can feel virtuous. It wants to overlook its wrongdoings and see the world only as a set of us over here being unjustifiably mistreated, and them over there doing the unjustifiable mistreating. It's that little virus squeaking in our ear saying, I didn't deserve that, so now I deserve to complain. Or, they're taking advantage of me, and that's why my life situation is so fucked right now. There is difficulty peeling back the layers of our own selfish involvement within a given adversity. It takes a large degree of presence to notice one's own patterns of revenge. It may be helpful to ask ourselves once in a while in what way retribution is at all productive or mending. Was the United States bombing millions of innocent civilians in Syria after 9/11 justified? Were their millions worth our thousands? Would enslaving white people for thousands of years resolve the horrific trauma imprinted on African Americans after generations of slavery? Or would it simply instantiate the trauma by passing it along to a new cohort of humans? Is murdering a murderer karmic just desserts? Or does it only serve to perpetuate humanity's insanity? In fact, scaled up to the size of nations, revenge becomes more than just unproductive. It becomes downright jeopardizing. Think our Pearl Harbor retaliation in World War II against the Japanese. Nuclear blasts whose cancerous fumes the whole world is literally still breathing in. Or the growing possibility of civil war in the United States over what's ultimately petty details. Homo sapiens seem to teeter on annihilation, hanging on by the thinnest of threads, poised to add its own name to the laundry list of extinct species, all by virtue of a trivial and outdated vengeful mindset. Your heart doesn't seek revenge, it seeks fairness. Your mind isn't truly satisfied in payback, it is satisfied only in knowing that the universe is a just and caring place to live. Your soul doesn't need compensation for its scars, it needs compassion and forgiveness. Here are your journal prompts for this week. 1. What person or situation am I still harboring resentment towards? And 2. What does forgiveness look like? What does it feel like? That's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Go do something fun today. Happy Sunday.